Yeah, race fans. What, you think we're done? No way. All right, no, we're still in full effect for some racing this evening. Welcome, everyone. We got FRB coming to you live from the 805, and we got something a little different ahead of you that is going to be jam-packed with action, and it is going to be hot to the quick, to the point, to the fact. And we're going to have a lot of fun here tonight. Just when you thought that Talladega was done, heck no, dude. We're not going to go into overtime on this one. We're going into bonus overtime. We're going to knock this out the park for you. So hope you're all ready for a little surprise show from Front Row Broadcasting. And, of course, we got FRB. FRB is going to be getting it to you with Moza Racing, Trek Racer, W Energy Drink, Raptor Race Graphics, and, of course, Outlier Speedco with the Starlink, bringing it to you live. I'm Chris Paul Hamus, and we have a special guest this evening going to be joining us for tonight's show. We're going to go over that show here in just a moment about what the intricacies are going to be. But let's look up here. Mr. Roddy Morrison, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. I'm here, John. How you doing tonight?
Doing fantastic, dude. We got ourselves one heck of a show planned for you, and this is going to be a special one, too. So, again, this is a little different. So we're going to get back in there. I believe Tom Freitas is also here. Tom, you got a copy?
I got a copy, brother.
There he is, my man Tom right there. So you got the three of us here. We're going to call a race out this evening. He's going to be giving us some support, and we're doing something different. These guys are also in the race, including myself. So what happened here is we're going to do a little breakdown of action here at Talladega. End of the year season, car count gets low. Car count gets low, hard to put on the broadcast, right? Especially at a big track like Talladega. Fast, calling, begging for 4 wide plus, action. And if you don't have a substantial amount of cars out there, it's kind of hard to put yourself on a proper Talladega show. So, we all thought, all right, I'm just going to throw myself in the race and we're going to go and have fun, not broadcast this thing, right? Oh no, wrong, big time, all right? So I'm in the car, we're sitting here chilling, we're doing some laps, and I'm stoked. We're going to run this thing and have fun with the boys for once. And then everyone starts flooding in. No joke. Everyone starts flooding in. We get this huge field. I'm already committed. I'm in the race. I didn't even have a broadcast plan, ready to rock. And so we said, dude, if it turns out to be an epic race, Tom kind of made this call. Tom, you can verify this one as well. But yep. What did you tell the boys there on that one?
I told the boys we were getting ready to go green. I said, if you all put on an awesome race and an awesome show, Sean and myself will broadcast it over the weekend and get it live for you all. So, and let me tell you, they didn't disappoint.
Nope, that's why we are here today and here tonight, because we all didn't disappoint. Not only did we all, I got a chance to partake in this thing. So, and I'm going to vouch for it right now. I haven't seen the race ever since we took the checker flag at the end. I can vouch for what I saw inside my car, which was not much but other race cars, hot rods surrounded, beating, banging. Oh my God. I can't go into it any further on my end, okay? But I'm super excited to see what it's going to look like outside this car. All right,
it's going to be awesome.
And Morrison was there. He's going to be able to wrap it away and kind of call things out with us. Dude, Ronnie, I know you had yourself some stuff there going on, because I was on your bumper, I think once or twice or something like that, telling you to hang on, right?
Oh yeah, it was fun. It was one of the best I think we've had all year, just for the car count and just the drivability of everybody actually paying attention to what we're doing, and we're trying to run a clean race.
And we,
go,
Tom.
And I think to real quick add on that, I think the one thing that made it more exciting is, our races that we do are usually 60-70% length races, right? Mm-hmm. This race wasn't even half distance. It was like a 40% race, shorter race, right? You got to find your drafting partners quick and early, and you really don't have time to drop back and ride. Like, you had to go from the drop of the green flag. I think made it more exciting.
Oh yeah, definitely had to figure out what you could do with other cars and where you could push them and where you couldn't. I mean, you had to get on that pretty quick and figure out what we had.
Absolutely. And, patience was There was patience out there on track. There really was, to the most part. I mean, well, we kept it pointed the right direction most times. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I can't wait to see this thing from the camera's point of view and calling this thing out as I'm so used to. So again, this is going to be fantastic. But we're going to go ahead, everybody, and start and get into the nuts and bolts and stop taking up time and get this joker underway, dude. So I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Yes, this is live. This race was pre-recorded back, like I said, on Friday night like normal, but we live with it tonight. So if I mess up, you're still going to catch it on camera. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I don't want to disappoint you. I don't want to disappoint you on that one either. Make sure we stay
consistent. Right?
That's right. That's right, baby.
Yeah.
You know what's up.
All right.
So, anyways, we're going to get to the nuts and bolts of tonight's race here, and let's start with the track map and big old badass Talladega. Oh my goodness. Location 3366. Speedway Boulevard, Lincoln, Alabama. I always mess that up. Open September 9th, 1969er. Track is about 2.660 miles, and it's our asphalt tri-oval. As you look at this thing, you're going to see some steep degree on some bankings here. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, all same 33-degree bankings here. You're looking at that tri-oval of 16.5 degree banking. Lots of grip, but lots of space over there to get into the bumper the wrong way and create some calamity. 2 degrees on that back stretch. So look for that exit of 2, and guys laying on bumpers and stuff coming out of there, kind of tight, can upset those cars and get them loose, and can really create quite the predicament if you're up there toward the front of the pack going sideways. And let's look at what are we looking at tonight for stages? Well, guess what? We ain't got any! Yep, that's right. This is the Talladega Shoot and Scoot. So welcome to the Shoot and Scooters tonight. And we're going to do a 60 lap. No yellow flags for stages. So this is just going to be old school. You're going to get your points at the end. So you better be there at the end to collect them. And again, we're going to look over at our tonight's race format. Of course, brought to you by Outlier Speed Co. Let's see, it's open setups, of course, here in front row. It's always a run what you brung style of league. We have 1 backup car, 4 sets of tires. Fuel allocation is going to be 100%. And you're looking at that pit window of 35 to 40 laps in tonight's race, which will play and can play a crucial role in positioning and where you're at the end of this thing. If get cautious, don't fall the way you need them to. But yes, we are in the Hateful Eight. So this is it. We're 1 more round left to finalize the championship run here, just 2 weeks away. So let's look over those points now, and who is on the bubble? So we got a Garrett Wiles leading away, Chris Carroll in that second position. Kyle Wellman, Wellman, holding strong in third. Steve Johnson, now this is where the drama starts and will not end between these two. In between 4th and 5th positions, Tom Freitas just outside that 4th position. Steve Johnson is just inside that bubble and could make this the playoffs. But problem is that he's going to be kind of out of the area, about 20-something thousand feet up in a plane. So he will not be able to make next week's race due to his scheduling conflict as a pilot for Johnson Aviation, of course, and what he's been doing. Tom, per se, is going to be there, and he's going to hope for a really good run and a good turnout because he needs a certain number of cars to show up and place a certain position to make himself into the final. So again, lots of drama still left to be had here in this 2025 run for the Cup at Front Row Esports. So we got some stuff planned ahead of us here, guaranteed, for the end of this thing. Let's bring it back to, of course, the booth. Now we are going to be sending it over into our replay from last year, which is awesome. You guys will love this one too. So again, lots of action. I think it's going to be very similar to what you're going to be seeing there tonight, but with a lot more. But before we go over to, actually, let's go ahead and go over into that replay right now. We'll be back here in just a moment.
Holy, yeah! Little wobbles, little wiggles. Ryan Rose checked up right there. Garrett Wiles now. Devin Jack, he's back in the mix. Tom Freitas, he's all over the place. We got to roll back up forward again. 58 now down low. Outside is being taken by the 49, 40 or the 4. The 4 car, Tanner Marr. Big momentum, huge Cubs. Here comes the 69, shot to the 28. 28 now, just rolling forward, but the 69 backing up. That's okay. Here comes the 32 to save the day. Here he comes to save the day. Oh, no. 42, contact, squeeze mark. Here comes the 42 through the center, 4 wide. There goes the 69, 28, 83. Caution's out. All right, here we go. Everyone getting up to speed now. Everything's looking kind of half decent here as they come roaring out of 2. Third lane, already kind of starting to forward with the looks like 65 on the outside. Oh, come on, get over here. Sorry, missed it. There we go. 4-car, Tanner Marr still trying to hold the lead. Garrett Wiles going forward. 42 of Kyle Wellman shoots up to the front. Here comes Kyle Wellman setting himself for a potential podium finish. Oh my goodness, this is what they need right now. Tanner Marr says, I'm going to win this thing. I don't care. Tanner Marr has a great line on the bottom, great support with the 42. 42 needs some points, so let's hopefully he keeps that in mind and in thoughts as he's like sitting up here to get some really good points. We got somebody around. Caution flag will not fly. We are under the final lap in tonight's race, folks. This is it. Oh my goodness, Garrett Wiles, he gonna go out of the draft right now. They got guys sideways, 69 sideways into the wall, 48's now on the outside. Tanner Marr's in the inside. Tanner Marr's trying to take it. There we go. Kyle Wellman, Hunter Bogdan, Tom Freitas, Tom. Here comes Tom again. Will he get it? He will. Contact to the 48. 48's going to go sideways. Tom's going to get that second. Danny White in the 88. More contact. They come across the line. 58's into the wall. Holy hell. Oh, my goodness. What the? Oh. Tanner Marr with your race winner as these guys were just like getting taken out like we're in some kind of combat range, dude. Just dropping like flies. Ba-boom, 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 ba-boom. Tom Freitas in the 32 gets that second position. Danny White in the third spot. Tanner Marr is going to be your race winner. That is fantastic. Let me get my stuff going here.
Let's get her done down there.
You do not control your fate, whether you're in the front.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We are about ready to drop these guys into queue. Actually, they are in queue right now on our programming, so we're going to stick to our programming and let her run and get ready to watch these cars eat. As we're going to drop the green flag of the 2025 Front Row Esports Quest for the Cup here in just a moment. But we do have Ronnie here and Tom, both these guys. You guys ready for to go and watch this thing unfold in front of you and what we just went through on Friday?
Oh, I'm excited.
Can't wait to. Oh, good. Yeah, I mean, I can't wait to see what it's going to be like, outside the cockpit, right? It's going to be, I think, even wilder.
I think so as well, man. I really do. Because there was, like I said, well, we're not going to get into it any further. We're going to let the action unfold in front of you. So we're going to send us over to our tonight's national anthem. Be right back here for the drop of the green flag. I hope you're all ready for tonight's shoot and scoot from Front Row Esports and their quest for the cup and a little overtime bonus round at Talladega. Here we go.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that
it, race fans? Y'all ready for a little bonus Talladega? Oh my goodness, you got Chris Paul Hamus and Ronnie Morrison in the booth for Front Row Esports 2025 Run for the Cup here at Talladega. Let's go over our starting lineup here as we got Q just finishing up here, and hopefully programming should line right up with what we are trying to get done and get us up to the deal. So we'll show some driver details. Absolutely. DJ Daniel sitting on point this evening. And there we go. And we got Alan Dobbs in that second position outside pole there, front rowers. And that number 17, Alan Dobbs and DJ Daniel, both going to do a little surprise attack and a guest appearance here this evening and with amongst a lot of others. And that was so impressive. But anyways, back to third position in that wild man, Wellman, the 42, Mr. Kyle Wellman. 9 car, Chris Mackey looking for a Mack attack this evening in that 4th position. Cody Gibson in that number 7 in that 5th position around at your top 5. 6th position going to go to the 32 of Tom Freitas. And we got the 16 of Ronnie Roberts in the number 7. In the 7th position. 8th car of Tony Miller is in the 8th position, mirroring his efforts this evening. 926 of Garrett Wiles is going to be in that 9th position, and rounding out your top 10 will be the 88 of Logan R. Lane. Getting in that 10th position. I'm going to move some cameras around. Looks like the boys are loading up here on programming. And see if I can get to it. Not yet. All right, here, see if I can. Normally it's all timed out for me, but again, we're trying to just basically navigate this thing the best we can at the moment. But in that left position is going to be the 1 car of Steven Johnson. 12th position going to be the 79 of Matt Metler. 83 of Carl Lynch from 13th position. 14th going to go to that 38 of Matt Kinley. Scotty Stevens in the 02 going to hit it up in that 15th position. Mr. Ronnie Morrison in the 69er is going to be that 16th position. 18 of Chris Carroll, 17th spot. 18th position going to go to the 4th car, Mr. Tanner Marr. 31 of Michael Prince is in the 19th position. 20th going to go to the 03 of Chris Williams. Hey, what do you know? There I am. Hey, all right. Yeah. Well, we'll refer to myself in the 3rd person this evening as Mr. Tron. And we got the 21 car and the 21st position, Bryce Keegan. So 2 guys mirroring their numbers tonight. How about that? Larry Bell in the 43, 22nd and 23rd. Rounding out the field is going to be Terry Vincent in the 77. So we got a lot of new cats up in here this evening. And, again, just filling in the field and trying to put on a great show. But the guy who's going to be leading us off is going to be DJ Daniels in the 96, as he is on point this evening. Cars be rolling. We are about ready to get these guys underway, drop some gears, let's go fast. All right, so kind of look through our cars once again. Now we got everything up and in queue. 96, 17, Alan Dobbs. 42, Kyle Wellman. Checking out some paint schemes in this evening. Another chop house. There it is, my man. Look at that. Good looking car. Got the 7 of Cody Gibson. He's trying to get hot again in that flaming hot Cheetos machine. And he got that FRE, that Front Row Esports Chevy Hot Rod right there. That's Tom. Yeah, buddy, get some. Got Tony Miller up here in his 8 car, the 16 of Ronnie Roberts. Looking at that at 16, good looking car. Logan R. Lane in the 88. Yeah, there you go. And then you're round out your top 10. Garrett Wiles in 926. He's in a familiar car. Same thing with Johnson. Johnson's kind of in that similar car as well. Good to see. Always easy to spot out there on track. And we're going to lead us off. I believe we're going to drop kick this pace car and get this thing underway. All right, let's go for it. See what Barney sees. He see a bunch of fences. What Barney sees right now. Yeah, thank you, man. We want that flag right there. Keep her green as long as you can. That's going to be the hopefully the thought process for this evening. Looking for that green flag. Barney about ready to give it to him. DJ Daniels in the 96 leading the way. Look for a good jump, good start. We got a good start out of the front. And we got, looks like the 8 car backing up here. Oh, goodness. Stalls off the entire back of the field. So obviously a missed gear on the 8 car as he backs up the entire back half of the field. They're going to go side by side as Outland Dobbs and the 42 link up right now, and they're going to try to surge ahead. Wow, outside line really trying to get up some momentum here to clear the inside, but you have 4 cars on the inside. As you see them lined up, a few cars were able to dodge and dip out and get up to the lead. Picking up the 1 car, Steve Johnson, 02, Scotty Stevens. Looks like Lindstrom in the 83. All these guys were able to clear that stall and stack up here. As you see all of this unfolding in front of you, 3-car lead on the outside with a 38 Matt Kinley. Kinley trying to get some help here on the outside. Not going to happen. Looks like the 3's going to bail and try to move to the back of this line. Nolan needs to have it now. These cars need to get in line to line up to get a hold of the front of this field. These guys are already starting to organize up ever so slightly. As you see, now they are starting to drop down one at a time. So just another lap. This whole line will be led by Kyle Wellman in the 42, Rahman Wellman, and DJ Daniels in the 96. He's still able to maintain his lead style of running here up at the top podiums. And he's got other guys starting to cycle in. So these 3 guys right here, Tom, he's looking nice and sweet up here in this top field. The second position all the way back into even the caboose of this pack. Once this set is all said, done, and over with, these guys are all going to line up. Chris Mackey also 7, but all behind him and leading that field is going to be Matt Metler in the 79. Old Metler getting her done with the 69er, Ronnie Morrison all over his bumper right now. That's exactly what we need to see. We need to see this car pushing the heck out that 64 or 74, I mean, and get these guys to gap up and go through this. Ronnie, what were you thinking at this moment right now as you see those cars lined up and you're trying to get on his bumper and keep him squared up?
I'm just trying to push as hard as I can, and I mean, I didn't realize it. I mean, I see it now, but obviously I got front end damage. I was wondering why I couldn't, so I pop out and let the guy that was behind me, I'm not sure who that is, just take over. And I drop all the way back to the back of this pack and just hang there. Yeah, I didn't realize I had a nose damage like I had.
Man, and that will affect your car something fierce here at Talladega. So you might be able to push and kind of maintain, but you're not going to be able to really do a good job of leading per se, and really, kind of gaining what Matt Metler is looking for. We're trying to, get this support car of the 88 of Logan R. Lane. Not doing much. Should be on the bumper of the 74 or 79 of Metler. Should be on. There he goes. Now he gets on his bumper right here. These guys need to stay nice and lined up and see if we can start running down this front pack here. Kyle Wellman, DJ Daniels, Ronnie Roberts here. 1, 2, 3. Garrett Wild in that 4th position. All these guys hauling the mail up here in front here. Johnson rounding out your top 5. Doing what they need to do here. Very smart. Line up, put these guys in their rear view and keep them in the dust for a while, because it's going to be less that we have to battle and contend with later on when it comes down to, going side by side. Crank off some laps, crank this thing toward a little further into this thing and get you a shot to make it. Now we got looks like, I don't know, everyone's going to stay single filed here. And again, so it's going to be all about this backpack led by the 79 of Matt Metler and the 88. These are the 2 that are primed right now to make the gains, along with the 31 of Michael Prince here in that GBR. Chevy, the third place behind. You got Chris Carroll, who's getting his job right here, right on board. Chris Carroll, of course, is just to get right there close to that bumper. Let the 88 or 31 of Michael Prince needs to stay single file, tucked up tight behind the 88 of Logan Lane right here. There we go. So with these guys right here, it needs to be here.
Well, these cars, I mean, you can push 3. Like you can connect 3 of these cars together and really make some time up. But unfortunately, I don't think everybody realizes that, and if you get 3 good guys together who's worked together enough, they can really make up some time.
And that's what gets, that's exactly what gets frustrating. Tom, what do you got? You're up here in this lead group. You guys obviously knew what the program was and how to do it. What were you guys communicating up there?
I mean, yeah, what we were trying to do is what we learned in practice and all the A Opens run, this past week, right? The third car in line is the one that needs to be doing the pushing. So that's when you get all your speed from that third car that's in line. So we're trying to relay the message saying, hey, there's every third in line, you got to push. If you're not pushing and the pack behind us is pushing, they're going to catch us.
Right.
So, just trying to relay the message, and the other, at the same time, trying to keep the cars cool. These cars overheat ridiculously quick and easy. And once you get them hot, they're so hard to get cooled down. The motors blow up, and well, it's the end of your race, right? So you're juggling a lot. It might look simple, easy, just riding single file, right, like this. But let me tell you, there is so much going on in the race car at this particular point in time. The air, the temps, everything. It's a lot going on.
I mean, speaking of the temps, I went through 3 different engines in practice, just practicing pushing, not realizing. I mean, I could see, of course, I'm running hot, but typically before you could still push for a little bit.
Yes.
It's not anything like it used to be.
No. Once you get that oil and water temp to about 280, 285, it's gonna let go. So you got to really, monitor those temps a lot. Yeah.
Oh, 100%. I mean, and that's it. Timing is everything here at Talladega. Not only is it, timing on your passing, but timing on the pushes and how aggressive you're going to be. When you're going to do it, how long, and what kind of momentum you're trying to generate for that turn, that portion, right? Are you defending against that outside line that's on attack, or are you surging to try to pass the inside line, or vice versa? And then you got to time those out to, hopefully others, can do the same thing, right? Get up on your bumper, but then also understand when you need to breathe. When that car needs to breathe, back off, so that way it's not a massive checkup, right? And collects even, a lot of cars further back. Because a checkup at these speeds doesn't take much to happen to magnify 10-fold as you get 20 cars back.
Exactly. And I'm going to be honest right now, as we're sitting here single file, the one thing I'm thinking about is, man, I wish we'd have a caution just to bunch the field back up. I felt bad for that second pack. That's mainly what I'm thinking about right now, to be honest.
Yeah, and I get it too. I was frustrated because I was at one of those guys. I was starting from the rear of the field, intentionally didn't qualify because again I'm not in the points. I was just gonna run around and do my thing and give support and run with the boys. That was my plan, right? You got Mackey now. What happened to Mackey here? We didn't see what went down with Mackey here.
I'm checking right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to Alan Dobbs. Because he was big checkup, big checkup. Oh my gosh!
Mackey was just checking up, and it looks like he overcorrected when he pulled up high and lost it a little bit and smacked the wall.
Yeah, we're gonna go back to it. Oh man!
I know, because the one thing
almost loses it right
I know,
there.
Some guys were fighting, including me early in the week. Is these cars are actually getting really loose in the draft with the car behind you, like to the point they would spin out on their own. So I know some guys are fighting that as well.
Right. So I'm going to fast forward just a minute here, so hopefully we can kind of stay in sync as best we can. I keep forgetting about that one here as we are on a replay status. But now we just watched the 9 car of Mackey. He just dropped all the way to the rear of the field, so even the second pack passes him up. He did take some damage to that right front. So that is going to hurt him in that matter. And, hopefully he can stay up and tight on that lead lap, or just stay on the lead lap with that back draft. As we're looking at Tanner Marr here and kind of going through our field as everyone's starting to line up and link up here. Let's look back at Matt Mettler. Mettler's trying to lead. Now we got the 18. Oh, no, I'm sorry, not the 18. Scratch that. So we see all the 88 there trying to do some pushing now. So these guys are still sitting. Now the 18's pushing the 31 of Michael Prince, but he's not trying to get up on that bumper and really close that gap to go fast. And you can see how the 31, he's kind of wobbling a bit. He's not really nice and lined up, which breaks that draft, loses that momentum, and that's why it's being so difficult to catch the rear of this field here of Alan Dobbs and Scotty Stevens in the 17 here. As you see, we got low blinker fluid on the 02 of Scotty Stevens, which that is treacherous to say the least in a Talladega run as this, because once these cars get in close combat, that can cause catastrophe without even knowing. I mean,
And you know what's funny, Tron? You know, we found out after the race. So, Wellman, Tanner, and the 5 King guys, right? Their sets were not designed to be out front. They were sets that were designed to push.
Oh, interesting.
And here Wellman led, what? You know, he's led 12, 13 laps so far. So keep that in mind.
He jumped out in front and was able to. So yeah, again, strategies here are unfolding, and this is exactly what they need to do here. Start putting cars lap down, line up single file, take advantage of that missed cue on the initial start, which I'm shocked we didn't get junked up there in the beginning. So tremendous cautious driving by and great reactive driving by the drivers just on the start of this thing to make sure they didn't end up in a garage or for the setback than they already are. But this line back here just doesn't have any kind of organization to it wise, lining up and trying to catch that field. But again, you never know what's going to transpire in the race, though. You know, this could be in a way a blessing, as these guys are now, we got 02 and Scotty Stevens. Now we're going to go side by side here. Here we go. Run starting to happen. Now we got the 926 of Garrett Wiles. He's going to lead the outside line with the 32 of Tom in that awesome Camaro here. Good shoving. Oh no, turn sideways and around the 32 goes. Oh my goodness. That is definitely going to bring the caution out, but that was some good shovings there. What happened there, Tom? Since we have you here in the booth, we're going to rewind it back.
That was Netcode with the 02. He linked up into me and sent me around.
100% netcode.
Wow. As we were just talking about that with the 02 and how dramatic the consequences could be.
Oh, wow. You can actually see his car shimmer here on my replay.
Oh, you sure
and
can.
Then Tom goes,
wow.
He just kicks out like somebody just drop kicked his rear end.
No kidding, dude. Oh, my goodness. That's terrible. Let's slow it down right here. You're going to watch the car on the bottom, the 02 of Scotty Stevens. His car's going to do a Magic Man disappearing act, and then all of a sudden, he does like a ghostly move to Tom, the 32, and says, bye-bye. And not only that, but he takes out the 1 car and the 83 of Lindstrom as well. So, wow, that one glitch takes out 3 cars, puts us back, and puts us into caution for the first time, I believe. So, wait for the caution flag to come out so the boys know where to link us up at here in the booth.
Do you remember how much damage you ended up with, Tom?
Okay, lap 15.
I had about 2.5 to 3 minutes of damage. Yeah.
Lap 15.
We did get it all fixed. So.
Yeah. That's good. That's good that you fixed it.
Yeah.
So on the fixing wise, because you have that backup car, you didn't want to use that thing yet at all, right?
Nope. And here at Talladega, you know, if you pit with the field, you can get about 1:50, you know, worth of damage fixed every time you pit. So I mean, you can have 5 minutes of damage. You get a couple yellows, you can get it all fixed. So it's not terrible here.
Yeah, and we're looking at your car right now. Yeah, you got a caved-in bumper right there. Definitely not going to handle the way you want it to, or get out in front the way it needs to be.
Nope. It was pretty difficult just trying to get it around the track there and not move it. It was not tracking straight anymore.
Yeah. So under caution here, it's not going to show it up on the tower. It looks, as I'm just kind of going through. Again, we are under a replay status of the race from Friday. But we are live with you today at Sunday evening after the Talladega race, of course. We want to get all that racing in. Didn't want to interrupt anything like that because, again, Talladega is just an epic race to watch. We're going to bring all these boys into pits here, and they're going to get some servicing done, and we're going to put us back green. Again, there's no stages going on. So, again, we're going to keep it, basically pinned here. You're going to get every chance you can to get fuel, get tires, and make some sequence calls as well.
Yep.
All right, so we're gonna try to speed this forward, but we are gonna take a quick break. Be back here in just a moment. Stick with us.
I have waited long enough. The time has come to claim what is rightfully mine.
The Empire's supply lines are vulnerable. We hit them here, and the galaxy will take notice.
A former student seeks to disrupt our empire. Bring me Maul, Vader. Alive or broken.
You took my sister and my world. Now I'm coming for you. This was not the plan, but we are too far to turn back now.
The Empire's time is over. It's time for Crimson Dawn.
You cannot win, Maul.
It's time. Rise, Lord Vader.
I feel their whispers.
Anakin, you're breaking my heart.
What I was is gone.
You were my brother, Anakin!
What I am will bring the galaxy to its knees.
You were never truly Sith, Anakin. You were once a Jedi.
I am more than Anakin ever was. Live or die.
Long live the Empire!
Lord Vader is a weapon, but weapons can be turned against their masters.
You have proven yourself, Lord Vader.
The past is the past. The present and future are all that matter.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We are lights out on the pace car. Going to bring this thing back to green with the 42 of Kyle Wellman leading the way. 96 of DJ Daniels sitting on that outside. Your pole sitter has shown himself quite the program out of his hot rod this evening as he is able to put the thing on pole and still stick up there and stay up there. Get drifted to the back of the pack. But now it's going to be a whole new game this evening as we went for that single car lined up, two groups due to a miscue on restart. Let's hope for a phenomenal restart this time and see if we can keep this thing together as we're going to have all the drivers up in play of this thing. So we have 23 drivers in tonight's race, so nice show up here. Again, we had the complete opposite theory and thought process when it comes to our race here, as we've just been a little limited on car count. But now we got ourselves a good show to be putting on, and we're about ready to do so. Wildman Wellman, the 42, going to launch us off here at the start of, well, I would say stage one, but we only have one stage this evening, and that's a go fast stage. Shoot and scoot this evening. We're green once again. Dropping her on the digger here. Everybody done? Get up to me. Grab some gear right now. Gonna take a minute to get all these dogs barking. But we still got a drag race, both lines working properly as we're now into the backstretch here. And it looks like the outside line starting to push a little bit here as they're getting some momentum, and we got an awesome race happening here. Everybody's up to speed this time. No cues, no problems. We all about it. Side by side. Bringing it across the line. Kyle Wellman, DJ Daniels still holding strong. Both these guys trying to get it down. Matt Mettler now worked this way. Oh, in the third and fourth positions. Here comes Garrett Wiles on the outside, giving huge shoves here. As you see, just a flop switch of all kinds. You got, of course, the 3-car ripping down to the sixth position outside, making some moves, getting a hold of the 4-car right now inside line, starting to build up some momentum here. You're going to see the 88 of Logan R. Lane here giving a huge shove to the 74. 74 now to the bumper of the 96. EJ Daniels trying to get some boost into this bottom line as this midline is really taking a hold of the field with the 42 of Kyle Wellman. Doing smarts, getting up in front of the 96, or sorry, 926 of Garrett Wiles. These guys going to link up bumper to bumper. 4-car now going to dip down. 96 is going to stay outside here. He's going to pick up the 3, which is me. Thanks, buddy. Really appreciate you. Really do. As I'm going to drag that line all the way up with me. 38's right there with us. Matt Kinley. Kinley's lined up nicely. Chris Mackey trying to look for his Mack attack this evening. Things going to stall up ever so slightly with the outside line. 926 kind of get a bump. We kind of losing our mojo there as the 38 now is going to go to the bottom. All that gets conjumbled here. Kyle Wellman's going to take off, and I think we may be under caution once again. We are under caution once again. So yeah, we're going to have to look to see what happened there. Give me one moment. Yeah, it's not bringing up I thought it was going to bring up my caution.
So it's going to be between me or the 69 and the 17, and looking at it right now.
Alan Dobbs. Oh, yeah. Okay. Here we go.
Yeah, just a bad push. I was checking up, and it looks like Tom didn't see what was happening and gave me a little shot, and I ended up taking out the 17 total by accident.
Ooh. Yeah, big
That's
gap right there.
Just what we were talking about earlier with the checkups.
All right.
Yep.
You know.
And again,
a lot of checkups can lead to a lot.
Yeah, you can see it starting if you go back a little before the 9. The chop house car is kind of checking up. The 7 checks up. The 17 checks up. Then I check up, and it looks like old Tom Freitas didn't.
Right. Oops, that's it right there. Oops will wreck your day. As you see this right now, it kind of maybe starts around me, the 30 and the 38. So we're gonna look around there. That's when my closing ratio is on the 926 of Garrett. So I'm gonna go, mid lane, just holding straight line, getting on this bumper right here. But we back up. So here, okay, 38 gets on me. Then he bumps. The 9 sees that. 9 checks up. But as that 9 checks up, that's when calamity happened. So yeah, so basically it was the 9-6 just backing up to me. Outside line lost its mojo, and basically, yeah. So the 69 gets himself. Yeah, so that would be on the 32, honestly. Oh no, yeah, just two. Yep, because it looked like 69. Yeah, you did try to back up there. You sure did, but.
Fortunately, it was just the 69, 17, and looks like 32 all. And the 17 made it out pretty well unscathed. I don't think he had to use a fast repair from the looks of it. So
Alan Dobbs too, and he's been fast in the truck series on Thursdays as well. So look, excited to see him run this evening and see what he has to offer in the Cup car. But yeah, he's getting turned sideways all about. Because that's not what it's all about. Or that's what it's all about here in Talladega. Yep. Getting it shoved the wrong way and you get turned all about. As you still got contact there. 83 now. He's just trying to get her welded and slowed up. And you got some more contact there as everyone just kind of separates and gets past that. All right. So we are. All right. So let's try to see if I can get her forward, I guess, a little bit more here. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out exactly where we're at. Lap 11, that's not right. What happened here? So we may have it.
No, Yeah, we are on lap 23 where we take the green.
Yeah, I don't know what happened here, buds, but let me throw us on commercial. I'm gonna get us over to where we need to be, and be back here in just a moment.
What the?
Get me out of this chair.
Detective Raven, I'm Judge Maddox, and this is the Mercy Capital Court, a judicial system powered by artificial intelligence.
Hold on, just wait a second.
With crime rates soaring, lawmakers voted for mercy. By acting as judge, jury, and executioner, Mercy keeps our city safe.
I shouldn't be here. I helped create the Mercy program. I'm proud to have sent the first suspect for trial here, and I will continue to send more until the message is received.
Detective Raven, I know precisely who you are. You're before this court today charged with the murder of your wife.
Oh my God.
Your guilt must fall below the 92% threshold, or you will be executed in precisely 90 minutes.
I loved my wife. I didn't hurt her.
Detective Raven, the city's municipal cloud is at your disposal. Every camera, cell phone, and database. You must gather evidence to exonerate yourself. If you are innocent, prove it.
I need to find out who killed my wife.
It's a classic crime of passion first, and it all points right at you. You don't get the Mercy trial unless you're guilty.
I didn't hurt Mom, I swear to God. Show me everyone she had contact with. She was seeing someone. How's my guilt looking now?
It has risen to 98%. You just provided me with a strong motive of why you murdered her.
Good, wow. Thank you for that.
Mr. Raven, the clock is ticking.
Tell me what Nick was up to.
She was stressed about work. She said some chemicals went missing.
The estimated street value would be in excess of $16 million.
Do you honestly think that I killed my wife? Or were you just programmed wrong? I need to walk the scene. No, I have something here.
This is a terrorist's handbook.
Get out. Get out of there.
Mr. Raven, you're running out of time.
Chris, what do you got it into? There's a bomb in that truck.
It's heading downtown.
This was never about my wife. This was about me and you. Get me out of here!
All right, welcome back, everybody. We got FRB bringing it to you live from the 805 with Front Row Esports in their 2025 Quest for the Cup, which is almost done. These guys are hunting still, though, but we got looking for something. Oh, wait, we got to pause this real quick. Sorry, everybody. We have to because we got to bring this one up. You're looking at Tanner Marr in the 4-car and the 3-car of Mr. Paul Hamas. That's me. Yeah, baby. But we are sitting up here first and second. So you got broadcasters leading this race right now, and this is right after my inspirational speech to Mr. Tanner Marr saying, we're going to show these boys how to get her done. So we're about to take green, and this is a really nice green for me right now. We green all kinds. You see, I jumped right to the bottom right here. We're going to get to the bumper and try to get out and lead this thing for quite the minute, but look at all these guys stacked up right behind us here. We got Matt Kinley in the 38-31, Michael Prince, and then of course we have Metler here. 18 to Carroll's trying to get up in the fight. Steve Johnson, oh my goodness, Logan Arlane. All these guys, some of these guys that were linked up in the back for quite the minute has now gotten their chance to come up here and fight and shine. Carl Lynch from the 83, everyone side by side. Third lane starting to form with the 7-car on the outside. Starting to form here. We might be looking for a 3 wide. We do see another taker here. All this is unfolding with the 17, Alan Dobbs. He's in the mix of all this. He's going to be stuck in the middle, which you. Oh, big hits into 42 of Wellman. He's going to take that thing sideways. Look at the 18 of Chris Carroll. Carroll jumps in the outside with the one car. One car, Steve Johnson. Do not put these two together, and we just did. Look at these guys gonna haul it down the outside here. We're talking getting some right now. Letting her eat. One car all over the bumper. Now I'm gonna try to return the favor to the 4 car. Tell them, hold on, baby, hold on. I'm gonna give you some shovings right now. We're gonna go door to door with the best, and we are door to door with the best. 18, oh, 4 cars loose, trying to hold on to her. Oh goodness, stalls up the inside line, outside line. Gonna take some momentum right here, especially coming through this tri-oval. 18 now monstering, trying to monster by the 4 car. 4 car comes back with a huge shot by the 3. 3's gonna try to get him up there, but no. 1 car stays linked and locked to the bumper of the 18. 18 and 1 will clear if they keep this up. They're losing support from the back to 18. The 4 car loose off again, loose again. 4 car trying to hold on to her. Stalls up the inside line. They're going to get that drag race down this back stretch right now. 18 and 1 car going to go to the front. Oh, no, absolutely not, I say. We get back to the bumper again. We shove them back down that back straightaway. We're going to fight some more. Not giving up that easy. Don't think so. Here comes the 4 car and the 3 car. 3 and 4 rocking and rolling on the bottom. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, baby. Get to that bumper. We're going to show them some horsepower right now. Got them Chevys just purring. And we got Chevys to the outside too, so it's only a matter of time before they get that momentum with that horsepower on that outside. And here they come again. So we're doing a little yo-yo and back and forth, outside line, inside line. Who's going to get the run? Had to back off there. Seen some red flashing in my car at that moment. Tom was referring to it about that car overheating very quickly. Again, try to jump back on that bumper right here, shove and then lift through the center, and again, that's where the 1 connects to the 18. These guys can get it done. Something fierce. I was just a little worried at that moment. I didn't want to push him through the center, as 4 cars seemed to be a little loose off. He was right there again, and again stalls us up. That inside line still had a lot of good energy, but that outside line, now they pull down in front, going to destroy that inside line. 1 car and the 88 of Logan Lane going to take over that bottom lane, and they're going to stack them up, but now it's going to put the 18 car, Chris Carroll, he's going to be the outside. His new support is going to be that DJ Daniels and a 96, along with the 7 car. Who was that masked man 7 car? Because I don't see him in my thingamajigs. He's probably somebody that never hiding. The 16's up there, so the 7 car would be, that's our Flaming Hot Cheetos Cody guy. So
Cody Gibbs.
Where's Cody Gibbs at? I am losing him for some reason. Oh, he is. He's a lap down. That's why. He's always at the bottom of the field. This man's trying to get his lap back the hard way. And he's doing a pretty good job giving support where support is needed. And look at this outside line has been completely destroyed and now going backwards. 8 car, Chubby Miller trying to lead this outside line. Not happening. We're hitting the brakes back here, baby. Stacking everybody up, trying to figure out where we need to go and how we need to get there. As, again, guys will start to get, their patience will run thin, right? I mean, shoot. But look at all this right here.
While we got all this going on up here, Wellman, the 42 and the 77 got into it and took each other out. But no caution.
Caution, so we missed that, unfortunately. There's just too much action going on up here. Going to go 3 wide, baby. Look at this stuff. 9 car, Mackey going for his Mack attack of the evening. And he's going to do it. Oh, my goodness. There we go. We got big wrecking and caution going to fly. I can only imagine. But we got to rewind this one back and look to see Matt Kinley in the 38 here as we slow it down on the 38 and bringing us back here. So we're looking rear of the field contact as, up high. So the starts with, looks like the 88/31. Yeah, so the 31 of Michael Prince is the culprit here, if you will. So he gets himself a fat run on the 926, it looks like. And then he's going to kind of get checked up. And he's going to take that bumper to the back of, so off-centered here. He's going to come down now, deflected like off him like a pool ball. And then comes down and wads up the 38, and whoever the 38 was, who was out behind him, Bryce Keegan. Yeah, we haven't had a chance to really holler at Bryce Keegan in that 21 quite yet, but unfortunately, he's going to get his highlight sideways across the fence, or across the track into the fence, and pop and smoke all kinds across that tri-oval. Wow.
I mean, that's just those checkups. You have to be aware of them.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah,
and are aware of your surroundings. So if you're going to make a move like that, make sure there ain't somebody below you that's going to, you're going to drive across their nose.
100%. And that's, he's looking up past that car in front of you. That's what's so difficult about, what's going on out there on track. It's being able to look up past the car that you're following, and, again, trying to, negotiate that energy and how it's forming. Is it forming, or is it, you get a negative energy, a positive energy? That's what I'm looking for out
making
there.
Smart moves, man. That's all it is.
So,
I mean,
and talking about that, right?
Right.
The one thing that, it's always worked well for me, like at the plate tracks, anytime you get a big pack, whether you single file or even double file, right, 2x2, if you're fourth, fifth in line, right, you never need to be wide open.
No,
if you sit there, run 3/4 to half throttle. 1, you're saving fuel. 2, you're keeping temperatures lower, and 3, you're not surging ahead and having to lift. You're just staying right where you need to be, and it helps everybody else behind you stay smooth and consistent if they're doing the same thing, not running wide open.
Right.
So,
No, I completely agree. We got Chris Carroll. He's going to bring it into pits, and he's going to bring some guys with him. As we were just on pit road not too long ago, but this could be a really good call if we do end up getting a long run. But we have Ronnie Morrison. You're pitting as well. Ronnie, give us an insight on your car and why you're pitting here, and choose 2 on strategy-wise.
Well, for me, I still had damage from that previous caution, so I'm trying to get every bit.
Okay.
I was told by my pit crew that they could fix all of my damage, so I'm going in and every chance I get right now to get every bit of it fixed.
And right now, at this particular point in the race, if you ride in the back and save some fuel, you can make it to the end.
And that is precisely what my thought process was. You see me rolling out of pit road right here, as I got a 4 change of tires and full fuel, just because I expected to hopefully stay out, and make this thing, make this happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we could make it to the end on fuel at this point, right, Tom?
Yeah, we're about a half a lap to the good. So if you're leading, you're going to run out. But as long as you stay to the back and stay in the draft and save a little bit of fuel, you'll be fine.
Yep. And that's what my thought process was. But then I ended up running out of fuel, and we ended up getting a caution and something like that. I don't know. We'll get to it. But I kind of lost track of what was going on.
You pulled a Carl Larson? Jesus, can't say his name.
Yeah, exactly. I did. I was like, I think, but it wasn't it was, I don't remember. We'll see here in a little bit on exactly what happens.
Yeah.
As we were lined up top once again here, and again, all that's happening right now is that we're getting closer to the end. Everyone's thinking that they can make it here, more or less, depending on if it's going to be any more cautions or whatnot. But all in all, if you're sitting in the draft, you can make it. And there's a lot of different strategies that can unfold here at the end of this race.
And you know what happens when you get about 30 laps to go, right?
Yeah.
Things start to heat up.
Yeah, everybody wants to go. Everybody trying to lead at the same time, okay? And that's bad. That's bad. You want to take turns?
Yeah.
Sure. But the problem is that we turn into little kids back. We don't want to take turns. Okay?
I mean,
we want to lead. We want to keep the lead. No, you can't play with my lead. Leave my lead alone.
You can fit 5 wide here.
You can, yes. But you still got guys, five guys at one time fighting for one thing. So, with all the same mentality, it's my lead. Mine! Get off it! Mine! I mean, that's about where it happened here. Because, again, I love it when everything heats up and amps up towards the end of these runs, man, at the end of the race. And you still got so many cars here involved in tonight's race. So, how many cars do we see out of contention? 2 cars. 2 cars right now that are off the lead lap. So we still have 21 hungry, sons of what's here trying to get themselves a win. And a lot of these guys, there is no points for second place matter in this deal, right? It's Top Gun run, dude. They gotta be, you know, first or nothing. That's what it's here for.
Yep.
You know, they're not playing for no points, but there are others
You know,
out here that are.
The one thing I got to say is, shout out to all the new drivers that came and joined us this race. They were extremely respectful to the guys that were in the playoffs, the guys fighting for a championship. I mean, that's always a worry when you have a bunch of guys join, you know, late in the season like this. But all those guys that joined, they were super respectful. So shout out to all of them.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, hats off to every one of those drivers that stepped in to put on a good show here, and they did. That's what I'm saying. You guys are welcome in here any dang time you want, and I'm gonna make sure to get every last piece of what I can here and show you out here putting on a good show. But I was impressed, and I was worried too. I was definitely worried that we were going to have ourselves, you know, a little bit of an issues out here with a bunch of guys that we don't know, you know, stepping into the field and, you know, trying to go box.
Yep.
All right, so here we go. Pace, we're going to drop kick this pace car. He is out of here. Get out of here, pace car. We got to go fast one more time. DJ Daniels leading the way. He's doing himself a fine job holding on to this lead group and staying up here out of calamity and out of, you know, out of chaos. But here we go, going green one more time. Give us that green flag. Give us that green flag. Time to go. It's green all kinds. We go.
Yeah, speaking of DJ Daniels, I mean, he had a pretty strong car all night long.
Yeah.
He did. He definitely did.
I mean, he put the Joker on pole, and you know, now he's able, and he's been sticking up toward the front and trying to remain here. Here we got Larry Bell now making his moves. Some newcomers to the front now. We got the 43, and here comes the 8 car of Chummy Miller. He's up here to the top 3. And this is like, again, this shows how every car is and its abilities is leveled here at Talladega. Good proof in the winning here. As we got the 8 car to the outside, getting a huge shove by the 16 of Ronnie Roberts. Great support car here, and we have another fast cat right behind him. The 1 car of Steve Johnson lined up on the outside, along with he looks like the 88 of Logan Lane. Chris Carroll behind him. Alan Dobbs in the 17. He's now going to be getting up here back in the fight after he got taken a little bit of for a ride earlier in this evening's race. Chris Mackey.
Yeah, he's got that 69 behind him again. I'm sure he's worried right now.
I bet. Let's look back at Mr. Ronnie Morrison sitting back here in that 12th position right now, just tucked in. You know, looking for that outside. The outside line seem to have some good momentum at this moment here. Mackey on the inside of the 74, 79 of Matt Metler. Metler's working. Now we got the 7 car going to do a solo run. Cody Gibson stealed out lap down car, but he wants to kind of surge ahead, I'm guessing. But he's kind of, maybe we're just staying out of the fight. But the fight still remains up front here. DJ Daniels holding off that top line of Chummy Miller. Chummy Miller is getting a huge push by the 16, just not able to go anywhere. You see that whole lane starting to compress. Look at the outside lane compressing right here. Oh man, he's really starting to stall up here. And now the inside line, this is what happens when one line compresses and the other line starts to surge. You have one of two things, guys trying to bail to get to where the momentum's going, or they just get collected with that negative energy as it surges back again. As you see, still, now the 16 giving a good shove here, gonna go side by side, but these guys are pushing hard, and the 43 of Larry Bell is not pushing, not doing much pushing at all. Let's ride on board with that 43 of Bell.
Yeah, and that's going to slow that whole line down. If you're not up there pushing the leader, I mean, you can see what's happening right there.
Yeah.
I mean, it just drops.
And now, new leader, 8 car, Chummy Miller going to lead himself a lap here as he peels down the 16. Both of these guys peel down in front, but that's the thing. I'm going to call Larry Bell out, though. I really am. I watched him earlier when I was running behind him, and I needed him to push. He will not push. So I don't know what it is with the 43, but he needed to get his stuff into gear when it comes to them super speedways, because you got to push. Look at this gap that the 43 has. I mean, it's just destroying this bottom line. I hate to call him out, but I'm going to call you out. You know, get your cojones back in the car and get up on that bumper
I mean, even if you're just tucked in tight and you're not like touching them, you're pushing with the air.
That's the whole
and
point.
I mean, that makes a huge difference.
Yes, 100%, Ronnie. Absolutely. You can't. Yeah, that's too much of a bubble back there. That line. So now you're getting some cars switched around to the outside. Steve Johnson right here. He's going to go ahead and take this thing to the outside. Try to get some good support. The 88 of Logan Lane. He seems to be pretty sporty with his shove-ins and trying to build some momentum. But now we got the 83 of Carl Lindstrom. Lindstrom family out here right now. And he's going to pick up the 926. Got some go fast on the outside. And they're going to shuffle. The 96 does shuffle back to the race lead. DJ Daniels gets in front of the 8 car of Chummy Miller. And the 16 now is going to be that. He does sucker hole right now. He in a black hole, going to sit back, and he's going to go to the back of the pack if this thing stays lined up. Does not go. The 83 of Carl Lynch kind of brings the line down. That now you see the outside line kind of separated, just kind of all over the place here. Not really lined up and uniformed at all. The 1 car of Steve Johnson now, he's going to try to get something together with the 69er of Ronnie Morrison. 69er getting some good pushing here and momentum with the 32 of Tom Freitas. These guys, and then I see where I was like, I see it, let's go, boys, let's go. And so I'm going to jump to the outside with these guys and say, let's go run, let's go get some. And we are. Now we're starting to make some ground here. Look at this outside line starting to push and start to run. That's a good formed up line. That looks pretty sexy, I must say.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I don't know if Johnson had some issues or what, but we dropped like a...
So...
Yeah, it just stops.
Johnson had another set that was great at pushing, but terrible out front.
Yeah, we just seen
that's
that.
a perfect example of it right there.
Yep. Perfect example, because see that we were lined up. It looked sexy. That was awesome.
I mean, Ronnie's pushing Johnson. I am pushing Ronnie.
And I'm pushing you.
We should have went somewhere. But
we should have went right to the front. I mean, that's what I was expecting, but we didn't. But what was really cool was we were all patient. Everybody was patient. Here we go, 3 wide. And it's really starting to pick up now. Ronnie Morrison to the outside of that 3 wide. We got DJ Daniels now. He's like basically got suckered on back. But look who steals does the show and the lead. The 83, Carl Lindstrom, Garrett Wiles. Both these guys excelling out front. In the 18 car, Chris Crow going to line up with him. Alan Dobbs now 4th position. But here's where all the action is at. We're looking at 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. The whole damn field right there. Are you kidding me? Look at this. 3 wide now. We're starting to really jockey some position, looking for some go fast in these cars, trying to make some forward momentum, as we do not want to see a line break away. Once again, we do not. Look at this outside line starting to hook up. What do you got there, Roddy?
We talked about earlier about hooking up with your teammates. That first 3 cars right there are teammates.
Yeah.
And they're working together perfectly. Well, and just showing what, when y'all hook up, like at 3 deep, what you can do.
Oh, here we go, 4 wide. Oh, sing it, baby. We got 3 wide solid in and just clustered up. 4 wide now, 3 car on the outside. I did know this. So, yeah, we were 4 wide. So I was like, it's really tight all of a sudden. Why? Oh, yeah, you got 4 wide right there. 4 wide again. Oh, the 83. Who else in the 42? Wellman. We got beaten in some banging back there. Everyone trying to hold on. Huge shove by the 926 to the 16. 3 car giving a shove to the 69er. Everyone's trying to go somewhere. This is insane. Oh my goodness. This is going to detonate, right? And so everyone's seeing, we're like, this can't keep going.
You'd think it was the last lap the way these guys are out here racing right now.
We got contact to the outside fence. We got guys bumping and banging off each other side by side running. This is impressive. Look at this. And again, these guys a lot of these guys have never run with each other before. So everyone's just using their skills and their patiences. Clear up, clear down, clear all around, because, man, we're keeping these cars flying right now. Now it's going to be the 16 of Rodney Roberts to the outside to the lead. Tanner Moore was back in the lead. Now he's going to surrender it back to the outside. 926 with a massive shove. He's going to go for an awesome ride. Now he's going to bail on him, leave him with support by the 17 to Alan Dobbs. Oh, man. Would you like to be a pepper too? As he's in that Dr. Pepper machine, giving it all she's got, Cap. Oh, Oh my goodness, all over the bumper of the 926, and these guys still remain out in front, but where did he come from? Wildman Wellman back toward the front, as he's now on the bottom, trying to lead this bottom line to some cleaner air. As the 96, the DJ Channels is down there at the bottom. The 16, these guys have all shown some substantial speed to get them up toward the front here, and they have 42 jumps to the outside, quick shoot and scoot to the high line, as he's now going to pick up, I believe that is that's the Dr. Pepper machine, the 17 of Alan Dobbs. Yep. 83, Carl Linson to the outside. We got Ronnie Morrison, and let's see, looks like the 3 car myself that's going to go side by side. We have getting more action right in front of us here, side by side. 83 trying to maintain. Who else is below the 83? The 18, the 17. Hey, got somebody. Oh wait, a little bit of contact there. So things are starting to junk up a little bit, as now we're starting to form back up again. Look for that momentum in the front. 96 of DJ Jandal now giving a huge sub to Garrett Wiles. These guys have stretched out that lead, something fierce, and that's normally not a good thing here. But sneaking back into the picture is going to be that 32 of Tom Freitas. Tom back in that top hunt for the lead and in that top 5 fourth position. You can hear these cars screaming right now. Poor cars.
It's
man.
pretty intense. I mean, I know being in the middle of that, going to the back like that, it was literally like, thank God for a second I can catch my breath, because I caught myself just holding my breath during the middle of all that was going on.
You know, it's funny. Ronnie's right. There was one point where we were 3-4 wide. I'm like, why am I feeling numb? Oh, I forgot I'm not breathing. You know,
that's how intense it gets out there. And if you haven't been in a sim, racing 3 wide, 4 wide, and you don't understand what the heck we're talking about. But we're trying to line it out to you in crayon here. We really are. As again, we got 3 wide shuffling. Now we're going to get back to side-by-side racing here. We have one guy pitched out to the bottom. And he's mowing some grass down there. Hopefully he holds on to it. Now here comes this outside line. See if he's going to shoot you away. Because the inside line with DJ Daniels and 926, those guys have put together some really good speed as they're going to go single filed out here. But the outside line is not giving up. Now we got Ronnie leading the way here in the 69er, trying to get some help maybe by the 1 car of Johnson. Johnson doesn't see that momentum quite yet, but I know he's going to go for that outside line. Once it starts to get up to him, that energy catches him. As we're going to wait for it, right? Oh, but no, even before then, the 38 and Matt Killing. Matt Killing is going to jump to the outside. He's going to start to help build up some momentum here. Huge push by the 69. They got the 18 now of Carroll jumping back down to the bottom. Getting inside, outside. Everyone's looking for some moves. 8 car of John Miller jumps back to the outside. We'll see how long this kind of maintains. But
Chummy Miller had a pretty strong hot rod. I have to give it to him.
Yeah.
He could go out there and he could make some moves.
He was trying to get something done this evening. And again, he's found himself up in the lead, making some good moves, making some good calls. Now he's trying to surge back forward again. And the 1 car keeps looking like he wants to get out there and get to running, but he just hasn't quite left it yet, that energy from this inside line. And they're separated pretty good. The only, like you were just talking about earlier, Ronnie and Tom, how 3 cars can get up and get going. And look at you guys right now. Tom, you're up here in 4th position. You guys were lined up something fierce. Top 5, 6 now, 7 with Johnson. But before it was just basically 3 or 4 cars lined up, and you guys were able to break away from this big old field. And that's what we're looking for, right? Or not?
Oh, 100%.
And
I mean, I did notice that outside line was fast if you could get it organized. But if you're sitting there and everybody's trying to figure out what's going on, I mean, you end up just dropping like a rock.
Just like 42 just dropped his pants, dropped something there, because he dropped to the back of the field after going sideways. He's going to have to check his pants, after that one, because he was completely sideways, looking at the passenger window, held on to it. Now he's completely out of the draft. That's going to hurt him. He's going to need a caution. 15 laps left remaining in tonight's race. That's how fast this thing can click off if we're out here
Wow.
if you're done, right? It really is.
Wow.
Yeah, we're already to the end of this thing. As you see now, outside line trying to build back up again. Not happening here. Got the 3 car not going anywhere with a good line. So we're going to go back to single file here. Let it build back up and see if we can, catch this lead. This lead is what we're looking for here. Garrett Wiles and DJ Daniels doing fantastic work, staying single file along with the 16 of Ronnie Roberts in that support team here with the 32 backup in that support. These guys are all staying really good in formation, right? And it looks very well organized, along with now Michael Prince in the 31. He was struggling a little bit earlier, but luckily he's at the back of this line, so he's able to kind of hold on. Now here comes Larry Bell, which this may be what Larry Bell needs. He needs to get out in front and get someone to push him, and then we'll see if we can kind of get this thing to go forward here. As now we're going to see the 18 of Carroll going to do just that. 18 of Carroll's going to get on the bumper of the 43 and get this outside line moving, trying to get this.
And we all
outside
know
line.
Carroll is a heck of a pusher.
You dang right he is, man. He's like Johnson. He's like, you ready to go to the front? Because we're going to go.
Let's go.
8-car of Tony Miller, he jumps back out there in front of these guys. He's going to follow the 38 of Matt Kinley. Kinley now leading this outside line, and we're going to try to move forward here. With the 8-car needs to get up on the bumper and do some shovings along with the 43. Again, this is where that's so crucial. Now this no pushing, no closing the gap between the 43 and the 8. This whole outside line is going to falter. And we're going to see another guy maybe try to go out there, but right now there goes the 8-car is going to try to start getting a push through the center here and out. He's a little, there we go. Now we're starting to line up here. 43 is going to jump to the outside. He's going to get to the back of this pack, and these guys are all going to go bumper to bumper right here. Look at this outside line.
I mean, this is another perfect example of these top 3 cars linked up, and the outside lane can't catch. Right. I mean, only time they're breaking, and you know what, the 926 of Garrett Wiles, he's doing what he needs to do. He's drifting high in the corners to give the 96 some air, so he's not running hot there. Then he hooks back up, then the 16 hooks up with him, and they're just pulling this whole line of cars on that inside lane. And that outside lane, they can't do nothing. They can't touch it unless you get organized like that. You're not, I mean, these guys got it down. They know what they're doing down here.
That's what you need to do. And again, there you go. See if he ducks out right there. You see that second place car, D.H. Daniels, obviously a seasoned super speedway driver out here on track, because knowing how to offset that car, but offset it to the left, not the right, so you're not disrupting a lot of that air. And then the other cars behind you can kind of fill in that bubble. You can kind of stagger a little bit, and everybody can get some good air to their cars, keep them tight, keep them fast. Yep. And that's exactly what they're doing. Tom?
And and right now, at this point in the race, we're coming up, 10 laps to go, right? You know what your car can do. You know who you can and cannot work with. Right now, all you're thinking about, you're planning for the end. What are you going to do to get the lead on the last lap? And you're trying to keep that car as cool as possible, so when you got to push, you can push like crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're trying it right now. Look at the outside lines trying to get formed up. But, okay, here goes the 17 of Dobbs. Dobbs is going to try to pick up the outside line, too. Looking for the momentum, and that's the other thing is I'm looking for certain cars to be leading that line before I jump out there. Cars that I know that are strong, that are going to be aggressive, but can hold their lines and generate some really good power and momentum. And that's what you're talking about earlier, Tom, about how to not be full throttle, lifting, but lifting perfectly, timing that run as you start to come roaring up on the bumper of somebody. You're lifting before you get there, so that way you just kind of ease into their draft, and then you're able to get back into the throttle super quick, and you're keeping momentum up instead of this yo-yoing thing of roar, whoa, slow down, roar, whoa, slow down. You're trying to keep, and that's what that momentum's all about. And these guys in the front are doing a very, very good job of it, Tom included. I can't believe I just said that. How about that?
Hey, once in a while. Once in a while.
Oh my gosh! You gotta see Mettler. What in the hell that guy was sideways in front of the field, saves it, and continues on like nothing happened. I guarantee
that by far has to be one of the best saves I've ever seen on a super speedway.
I'm gonna wind it back, guys. I'm winding it back right now. I got to. We gotta see this. So you guys see this. Everybody rewind their stuff back here to this. What the heck was that? And we're gonna go to the hood of Chris Carroll's car, and we're gonna watch it from his point of view here at speed first. Beast mode engaged. Watch this. Whoa, dude!
Wow,
Oh
and
my!
he just stepped out.
He was completely sideways. It looked like he got a little bit of contact from who's the
I
car
think it was
underneath
netcode off of the 88 underneath him.
88, right. So I'm going to go to the 88 of Logan R. Lane here, and we're going to go to the right front and get a really good handle of how all this unfolded here. So
I'm going to go ahead and say it. 99.9% of the time, that's a huge caution wreck.
that was holy netcode. He never touched him. Never even touched him. Man, and how did he save that?
And how did he save that?
Right.
Holy cow.
I think the fact of Logan being right there, that's what
right.
Logan pushed him straight, and they didn't even lose much momentum.
No,
they just kept
not
going.
at all. I mean, you see Carroll just pops out of the way. He's like, I mean, I'm sure Carroll crapped his pants, was like, oh no, here it goes. And then he's like, wait a minute, we're still going.
Yep.
Well, let me push him some more.
I remember, as soon as I seen it in the rear view, I was like, here comes the big one. And then I'm like, wait, no, we're okay.
Fine.
We're still green. We're going.
Yeah. I was on the inside. Look where I just crossed the start finish line right now for lap 8, honey. And check on lap 8. Just going into 2, coming out of 2.
All right.
That's where we're at now. Coming out of 2 now. All right, Garrett Wiles now still leading the way. DJ Daniels in the 96. He's holding strong. Damn, this guy is just doing phenomenal work up here. This 96 of DJ Daniels, man. Ronnie Morris,
but if you look, you got
same thing. Good.
You got all 3 of them. You got that 16 working with that 96 to keep him up there. I mean, it's.
We got to rewind something real quick. Sorry, you're gonna have to go back to that lap. Put it on me.
I saw that already.
This right here. This is right. So I try to jump to the outside. I remember this here, but here's what I want to see. So I get completely shoved in, and we have issues here. So the 17, I'm a little wobbly here. 17 gets a hit on me, and then right here. Look at that! Oh my gosh, dude! That was off Larry Bell's car. So I'm gonna rewind that back one more time. Okay, now look.
I mean, could you imagine if there would have been a car under you?
Right. So, but here's where the no pushing and staying not gap, staying really far gap from the car in front of you pays off for the 43. Right here. Yo, man, never touched him. Boom! And then I go right to the fence. Day is done for your broadcaster.
And I swear, Larry lifted on the throttle for not even a half a second. Like if you watch his in-car cockpit, you watch his RPMs go down like 1 notch, and then he's wide back open as you shoot across.
That was a good job of shooting the gap, Sean.
Yep, that was right, buddy.
Yeah.
And I fell all over. That was a hard hit too. We're gonna rewind that back and show that hard hit one more time, and we're gonna play this thing on. All right, so playing on from my wreck here, bud.
All right, yeah,
now
just coming in.
Into the fence. Boom. And we're going to continue forward. Bye-bye, 3-car. We'll maybe see you. Well, we'll see you next year. 926 Garrett Wiles still leading the way. DJ Daniels in the 96. He is still rocking that bottom. And in second place, Ronnie Roberts in the 16, showing some great power. Same thing with Tom Freitas. All those opens are paying off for you today, buddy. The 88 of Logan R. Lane, and the 31 of Michael Prince, the guy who I didn't have a lot of hope for. Got to be honest with you. He just was struggling, call it that. And but he's holding on, maintaining right now, doing really good work out here on track. But look at this outside line forming up with the 7 car of Cody Gibson. Again, Cody Gibson is lapped down her car right now, trying to maintain, hold on, and do what she's got. Can here. to get to the end. And here we go, huge shove, even with this lap down car, could probably go all the way to the, no, not quite to the front, but finally, we're starting to see some life out of this outside line. Alan Dobbs is going to be that support, or that, the pusher here. And then we got support right behind him of Chris Carroll in the 18 with the 4 car of Tanner Marr. All these guys know how to line up, form up, go fast. And then we got Colin with the caboose. It's going to be the 69 and 83. All these guys trying to get this outside line to get to rolling. 19.6 Garrett Wiles is 11 life up here, but he is starting to see that all that clean air starting to disappear in the forms of that outside line, really picking up some awesome momentum. Off this lap car of Cody Gibson. Cody Gibson, he's just catching the lucky ride right here, and the cameras as lap down car trying to hold on. A little bit of wobbles there.
You know, one thing though, Cody had a hot rod. He had a fast car. So I mean, pushing him, even though it was a lap down, it was getting that outside line to the front.
Big wreck, Matt Medler in it. Oh my goodness, caution is definitely going to be out here. So this is where it was at. I was already in pits here. So we go check up here. So we've seen, looks like the 18, this kind of starts up here. The 17 and 18. 18's going to go try to jump down underneath into the 7. The 17 is still hung a little high to the outside. Here we go. Yep, so it just happened here. That gets a little bit of contact. They're going to go 3 wide. They see it now. So look.
Yeah, it looks like that 17 just misjudged the opening right there. And
yeah, trying to slide
totally, in. Yeah, tried to slide in, fit in where he didn't fit in.
All right. Oh, man. I don't know. It just got to, it's weird, though, because there was no gap.
I mean,
no, there's no way, dude. I would have thought, there's no way. There was no, negatory pig pin. That pattern was full. Okay.
I'm just trying to give the man the benefit of the doubt on that one. That's all.
I'm definitely not, because there was no hole there, bro. I mean, period. I'm trying to get the right proper camera angle for this mug. But, yeah.
I mean, he had...
there was no hole.
There was no hole.
There wasn't a hole. Shame, Alan Dobbs.
You know what he was doing? He was pulling himself. Oh, I'm gonna rewind it back here one more time. He was pulling himself a Lethal Weapon 2. It'll fit.
You know what it was?
It'll fit. No, it won't fit.
He was probably busy trying to crack a Diet Pepper.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I'm gonna ride in his cockpit, see what he sees. Yeah, I don't see what he don't see. I don't see what he sees.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. I tried to help the boy, but I don't know.
We tried to get the benefit of the doubt, but yeah.
So yeah, and he was still too early. Ow. Everybody just taking some hits up there, man. Oh, that's
I think a lot of fast repairs got used at that point.
Yeah. Ronnie's here you go, Ronnie. Yeah, Ronnie. All right, look at you, buddy. Doing some landscaping.
I know mine got used.
Let's see this joker right here. Here comes Ronnie. We're going to zoom it in for the 69er. Absolutely. 69er right now. We got the 4. You can get a piece of this one. Oh, no, he got the whole thing is what you got. Oh, my goodness. Off-road, checking out his all-wheel drive. Not really, didn't click in properly there. It didn't look like. But you get a piece of
I think I had it saved. Next thing I know, there come Chummy. Yeah. And I had to door him real quick. But.
Right. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, you got one freaking wrecked right here. Oh, man. All right, so this is going to be it for the evening here. So, I mean, we're can't really fast forward this thing, unfortunately. But we are under caution. We will take one last break for this evening. And then we have ourselves a race finished ahead of us. So stay tuned. We got the hottest of all hot of tonight's race right ahead of us.
We all like going back in time and imagining how things could have gone differently. Like, what if I made different choices? Would I have ended up here?
It's been 6 months and still no leads on the whereabouts of the escaped convict known as the Roof Man.
I was never very good at life.
Good morning, team. No. Don't be scared.
Kind of like I was not good at hurting people.
Dwayne, get your coat.
I don't have one.
Are you serious? Here.
But I was good at seeing things. Details. Systems and routines.
A manhunt tonight for an escaped prisoner.
Find a safe place to hide for a few months.
He's a very smart individual, super intelligent.
You're just the man I want to see.
You like peanut M&Ms, right?
'Cause we're missing a lot. You have any idea why?
I just thought, they gotta be hiding somewhere.
I wanted to invite you to my toy drive.
We sell toys here, we don't give them away.
Wow.
I would like to introduce you to someone who made a generous toy donation.
That's so kind of you.
So, John, I understand you work for the government.
So it's a little classified, so.
I never knew we had an intelligence unit here in Charlotte.
Oh, are you law enforcement?
Yes, I am.
Wow, that's amazing.
Police believe the Roof Man may still be in the area.
What the? Oh my God!
You got your passport? You got to leave tonight. Why can't I just stay? Oh, how? I'll just lay low. I need you to really think about who you talk to. You just look like this all the time?
Tell me what's going on. Right now.
Who do you want to be, Jeff? I need you to take the ink bottom out. If I do that, it'll blow up. Not if you do it quick. Oops.
Welcome back, race fans. You got Chris Paul Hamas here, Ronnie Morrison, Tom Freitas, and we have a green-white checkered more or less ahead of us here as these guys are running around. We have coming to green here in one more lap, so we will be double it up here in just a moment. Yeah, we do have lights on the pace car. Plenty of time still left yet. So we got let's look at our race count here. Yeah, so we're gonna come into 3 laps to go. And, I mean, this is the scariest time right here, being in these super speedways, right, guys?
Yep, 100%. This is where, it doesn't, at this point in time, it matters a little bit who you worked with, right, throughout the race, but the gloves are off. You're going to push who's ever going to the front, whoever you know is fast. I mean, when you get to that last lap, I mean, teammates are manufactured, everything's out the window. Right.
It's everybody for himself.
Everyone for themselves.
Now, Ronnie,
I mean, I'm gonna work with Tom. 99 out of 100 laps of the race, but that last lap, I'm wrecking him.
Yeah, baby, that's right. So we're double filed up, and again, you're starting up toward the front, Tom, and Ronnie, you're starting up toward the rear field here in this matter. What's going through your minds, separately? And this will start with you, Tom. You're up here in the front. What is your mindset as opposed to what Ronnie's mindset would be?
So, I mean, right now, Garrett and I are just chatting in Discord, trying to get a plan. We're, trying to decide, we get a jump. Do we go to the inside? Do we stay middle? Do we go top? Like, we're trying to figure out what we want to do, right? Because, again, I'm going to work with Garrett for the last lap. Right? He's my teammate, fast. And then, we're also trying to figure out where our other teammates are. Carl Lindstrom, Ronnie, where you are, well, you're out of the race at this point in time, but Chris Carroll, stuff like that. So we can all, the more team cars you have together, the more you can kind of, try to negotiate your way to the front, right? So, it's, a lot of communication and, a lot of, you anticipate it right now to get wild and crazy for sure. And
I'm going to tell you right now what I'm thinking is I know how hard it is to go from the back to the front already. I mean, it was extremely hard to do that at this track, which is not a typical Talladega Daytona race.
Right.
And
And I'm sitting back here thinking, I'm thinking a million different things in my head of what I can do to get up front and try to either help or win it. If I would have been more than happy to get up front and help.
Yeah.
And, and I made my way through the field pretty decent. I have to say so myself, but still.
I know one car to watch on the restart will be Wildman Wellman in the 42. He does go from like 13th to like 3rd or 2nd.
I mean, he's the king of that, though.
He
is.
He's one to watch.
And we're going to go green for 3 laps left. Now. Green now. Will this be the last green? Or we've got more left in us? So we're going to keep an eye out on that Wildman Wellman as he is all the way toward the rear of the field. Going to show us how to get to the front in a matter of 2 laps. So we're going to see this guy fly hopefully forward. But we have Garrett Wallace, TJ Daniels. They're going to go side by side. They are freaking grinding some tires and some wheels right there. They are, that doesn't get any tighter. Does not get any tighter right on that matter. Roddy Roberts is in that second position now, giving a huge shove to that 96 and DJ Daniels, a pole sitter, and he has been running up front toward this entirety of this field. Now here comes the 32 and the 96. Those guys are going to argue over position right here on the outside, allowing the 96 and the 16 to break away. I don't know if that's a good thing as we got coming into the final lap left of tonight's race. Final lap. Here we go. DJ Daniels leading. And we got sideways. We got contact. The 32. He's in it. Destroyed. A bunch of guys. The 8 car's destroyed. The 1 car's out of it. That's going to bring us back to DJ Daniels in the 96, the 8, the 16, the 88, 42 of Kyle Wellman now getting a huge shove by Chris Mackey on the Mack attack of his race. He needs this thing bad right now. He's getting a huge shove. Oh my goodness, 96 jumps out in front. Huge checkup. 96 goes around, takes out more cars. These guys are going to continue the side-by-side battle. 16 of Roberts goes for it. DJ Daniels gets out in front. Oh, he's going to go for it. Leads the race. Starts it on pole. And now, going to come across the line. Drag race across the line. Barely gets it from the Wildman Wellman, the 42. Green checkered flag goes and more contact after 96 if DJ Daniels gets it done. Dude, that was awesome.
It was we got 5 cars left over?
Yep. Dropping like flies. Now this is a typical, if it's not going to be a big one at the end, this is a typical, we're going to run it here and kind of go slowly as you see the first one happening back here in the back of the pack with 32. He going to get all kinds in this thing right now. Tom, what happened here?
I was just kind of distraught a little bit at this point in time. I was like in panic mode, you know, and when Carroll got underneath me, I didn't realize there was still room to stay in front of him, and I just got to shuffle back and shuffle back to the back, and like I'm in panic mode. Like I got to get in line, I got to try something, and not listening to the spotter, not looking around. I just like, oh, there's a gap, but Chummy was there, and I completely screwed that one up.
Dobbs gets a taste of his own medicine. It looks like because there was it was nowhere near clear, not like identical to Dobbs. Oh my goodness! And so you guys get contact. Dobbs goes sideways. He's gonna really collect you back again, return the favor. Then you're gonna go sideways in front of those guys behind. The Chummy gets a little piece of it. The 4-car Tanner Marr gets some. The 1 car is going to sneak down to the bottom, barely skimming by. You guys are going to lock it up and just kind of crunch it up together in the fence right there. As you got the 8 car, he's around as well, along with the 43. So the 43 and the 8 car get together. Right when I thought that they're going to be cleared up, at least the 43 was. Let's see what happened here. Oh, 8 car comes back up and takes a second swipe at that. But here we go. Then Ronnie Morrison, we're on you now, bud. So if you get past this, we're gonna take a ride on Ronnie. All right, so this is for a checkered flag.
Yeah, just the victim of
circumstances. Oh my goodness! Oh, boo!
I thought I had it clear too. I was like, oh yeah, no. Bam.
I mean, that's such a rob, dude. That's like, I hate getting robbed like that. You see the hole, like you're gonna make it through, and all of a sudden the car comes up out of nowhere from the side, and then takes you out. You're like, damn it, I thought I had it, you know. But so this all happens with Garrett Wiles, and it looks like the 18. So let's look at the 18 here. As I'm gonna put it to stop, and then 18. Yep. So we're gonna look at the 18.
Yep.
Wind it back in as we're gonna go.
18 just comes up a little bit into Garrett, and that's all it takes. It don't take much at 200 miles an hour.
Right. So we're slowing our roll here on the nose of the 18. 926. Trying to hold on there. You know, but
I mean, you have to go, but still, I mean, we all know Carroll did not do that on purpose.
That wasn't even Carroll.
No, it was the 18.
That was the
The
88.
car underneath Garrett came up, and
like,
the 38. I'm sorry, I was saying it was 38.
Almost looks like both those guys kind of went to side draft.
I'm kind of watching it right now, and it looks like the Garrett comes down.
There goes a 42. So 42 hits. And then it looks like Garrett tries to come down and side draft the guy next to him.
Which he's running about a half lane off the bottom, which is his prerogative. And it almost, Garrett just came down a little too far, it looks like.
He drove down on him for sure. We'll wind this one back one more time.
Well, I didn't want to say that, but...
He did. Oh, he did. Oh, he totally drove down on him. So the cause of that one was the 926 at Garrett Wiles. Trying to thinking that he had
and
more
at this
momentum.
point, on the last lap, right? You're following that car in front of you. You are tunnel vision.
There's
right?
no more looking 3-4 cars ahead.
Yeah, you're not
trying
thinking
to
about the cars next to you at this point in time. You're just laser focused in front of you, and you lose track. Like you tune out the spotter, you tune out everybody in Discord. You're just you're focused on that car in front of you.
Yeah, kind of.
That's what happens.
It kind of looks like that's what happened here with the 926 and Garrett.
He tried to follow Wellman.
He shoots down because he thought there was a gap.
He shoots that gap.
Yeah, he thought he was going to be able to
and
shoot
there was,
this gap right here.
But then
there was no gap. There was. Looked like he thought he was going to try to shoot that gap down there, and but everyone just kind of collected right there, and then of course you have the last four.
Now you got to watch the 83 past the start finish line. Probably one of the nicest drivers in the league, one of the most cleanest drivers in the league. Just totally take out the 9 car.
Oh,
love it!
Oh,
love it!
I don't think he done it on purpose, but just totally takes out the 9 car, which takes out multiple vehicles.
See this coming across the line.
Carl, what were you thinking?
Oh, look at this. Here we go. So we got. Oh, that was a tight pack coming across the line right there. And then let's look at the 83. We got to, because that's just how it rolls.
Oh, wow, that was a tight pack.
That was.
Oh, boom! Ouch! Yeah.
Just comes up and just see you, Chop House.
Gives that perfect little turn. Hook, line, and sinker. That was a perfect pit move.
And we all know he did not mean that.
No, but it's still
fun to pick on him.
Yeah, looked like a perfect pit move though.
Yeah, it was fun to pick on him.
The only problem is you took out a pedestrian car there too. But I'm just saying. The 96 of DJ Daniels though gets it done at the end. How about that, man? He starts it from point and finishes it. You don't see that often at a super speedway. That guy definitely knew his program, and he had her dialed today.
He did.
Yeah. So we gotta see his burnout though, because I did tell him, I'm like, dude, that was an awesome race. Give me a burnout of all burnouts for this this broadcast and this running that we're gonna do. He said okay. He said okay. All right. He
didn't disappoint.
No, he did not.
I think he blew it up, right?
Yes, he did. I remember that. I was like, that's up in smoke. That's a good one.
I mean, hey, you ain't gonna use this car and engine anymore this season. Burn it down. You know what I mean?
Look at him shaking the front end. He's happy.
Yep.
Get it, dude. Yes.
Look at that. That's a good one.
Right?
You know, that looks like one I would do if I ever won.
if there's a key word there, Roddy.
If I would ever win.
Oh my goodness. So I gotta show myself. There we go. No, not safe.
Nice.
But anyway, so yeah, DJ Daniels gets her done. Let's look over the final running results here in tonight's or Friday night's race. As man, he is still burning it down. I love it. I love it. All right, DJ Daniels.
Unfortunately, we can't do any interviews with them, but
we'll try to
just pretend. DJ, yes, great job, bro.
Yes, absolutely, man. That was an impressive run you did this evening. Seriously, I mean, that was you held it up there toward the front. You showed your might and your power with your talent, and you got up on that wheel at the end and put her back in the front where you needed to be. So fantastic run for DJ Daniels. Second position can go to Kyle Wellman. What an epic run to the front there at the end. Great run for Kyle Wellman. I'm sure he's proud of that. And, Wellman shows us again. Wow, he's a wow man. 16, Rodney Roberts, another guy, another fast cat that was making things happen all race long toward the front. That 16 car, great work done on track. Great show put on. Chris Mackey, he got his Mack attack on for show tonight in that 9 car. 4th position. Round out your top 5 is going to be the 88 of Logan Lane. So the only guy in the points battle here who got the top 5 was Kyle Wellman. So right out for Kyle, dude. He's stoked there, right? Carl Lynch.
Oh, he's got to be.
Yeah. Carl Lynch with the 83. He's in that 6th position. 7th is going to be Chris Carroll. He's fighting for them points also. So he gets some points at the end of this thing is what he needed as well. The 8th position going to go to the 17 of Alan Dobbs. He had himself one heck of a roller coaster yo-yo type of a race this evening, bouncing off all kinds, but showing some excellent speed and maneuverability there. So great job for him finishing up that top 10. Steve Johnson Flight Services, tried to put her to flight. Didn't quite get there, but still touched down in that top 10. So we got him in that 9th position. Good job there. 38 of Matt Kinley rounds out your top 10. The 926 Garrett Wiles, 11th position. There's your points leader. So that could help the other boys catch up to him a little bit. But the 79 of Matt Metler gets her down in that 12th position. He had himself one heck of a slide and probably the save of the year at Talladega as he keep that thing pointed the right direction. 31 of Michael Prince in the 13th position. 14th coming to that 69er of Ronnie Morrison. Good job, buddy. You brought her home. 8 car of Chummy Miller.
She was broken, but I did.
Yep, you still brought her home regardless. 8 car of Chummy Miller gets that 15th position. Tom, you get that 16th position here in that 32. Tom Freitas, getting great run though. You guys put on one heck of a show out there, dude. That was so much fun running with you boys. Seriously, same thing. Tanner Marr.
It was fun.
Man, I had a great time running with him as well. Being on the bumper, being up there in the front with the broadcasters leading the field. I mean, that's poetic. Poetic is what that was. All right, but yeah, that was awesome. So the 43 of Larry Bell, great run for him tonight too. 18th of position, kind of finished toward the field. 7 of Cody Gibson. Struggled with being lapped down, not being able to get that car back on that lead lap, but he had a fast hot rod out there this evening and just wasn't able to have the finish that he was looking for. 72.
I think he would have done good if it had been on the lead lap. Sorry to interrupt, but I think he would have been up there.
Yeah. Now the 77 of Terry Vincent, unfortunately I didn't get to his car a lot this evening. I do apologize about that, Terry, but I think we've seen him a few times out there, but hopefully he will see him again in Front Row Esports and give me a second shot at getting his talent, a little further out there for everyone to see as well as Bryce Keegan in the 21, and Scotty Stevens fighting that blinker fluid issue this evening, rounds out in the 23rd position in the 02. But all hail the Chief, 96 DJ Daniels. Let's bring us over to post-race show. We'll say goodbye to everybody, and we'll get on out of here since that was a lot of fun right there.
It was a lot of fun.
Oh, 100%.
All right, let's do. There we go. All right, back to here, back to there. Where is my Discord at today? Oh, you are. Beautiful. All right, we are back, and we are in that post-race show. Step on out of my booth. Woo! That was a good one. Oh yeah, super fun. I had a blast. I will say this, guys. That was awesome. That was epic. Just to get out there on track and be on comms with you guys, yelling and screaming at you, dude. You better hold on to the car, you know. Oh my goodness, that was just awesome.
Especially when you get to, you know, take a break from the booth, get in the race car, and it's a good race.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
you know what I mean? That's what makes it so much better.
Absolutely.
You know?
I mean, I know we were all Debbie Downers before it started, but man, it ended up being a great race.
Because, you know, we've had those super speedways where it's, you know, we're pacing more than we're racing, right? And whatnot. And it was one of the best plate races we've had in a hot minute. So it was awesome. It was a blast.
No, yeah, 100%. And you know, again, we were completely surprised because we were not. Again, the first time, Tom, that we, you know, we decide let's not broadcast it. Tom, take it away. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. I mean, I told, you know, we talked about it a little bit throughout the week. You know, do we broadcast? Do we not broadcast? And I think it was like Wednesday. You know, I called Tron and I'm like, look, don't worry about it. Car counts have been low. Get your suit and helmet ready and jump in the race car race. He was like, all right, you know, and then, you know, the day of the race, it's like 7:30, 8 o'clock. I get a text message from Tanner and then a message from Chris Mackey. It was like, oh, by the way, we're recruiting to get a whole bunch of guys for tonight. And I was like, oh, okay. You know, and by then it's too late to get, you know, a broadcast ready, right? So, you know, I told everybody, put on a good show, and we will air it over the weekend, and it was a blast.
It was. I'm glad we actually had the opportunity too, because again, like we're saying, we're trying to get almost every single race in this season. You know, for the 2025 Front Row Cup run.
Yeah.
And
I mean, you figure we've only missed one race, and that's when you were sick.
Two. But the Roval, because we didn't have a car count.
Oh yeah, the Roval.
Yeah. So that was it.
Yeah.
That was it. We were able to capitalize and you know, get a good show on at least everything so far. Vegas was an awesome race, even though we didn't have a lot of cars show up there. That turned out to be a really good show. So you missed that one.
It was.
Wind that joker back. That thing was fun right there too. That was good stuff. But no, I wasn't in that one. But you know, it was business as normal over here in the booth. But man, that was getting so much fun. Ronnie, I mean, you look like you were tearing up stuff out there tonight too. I mean, in a good way and a bad way. You know.
Well, you know, I'm just so surprised at how much that 3-car draft would just grab a hold and take. I mean, honestly. And I saw it, you know, in practice and in other stuff.
You figure from years past with this generation car, and even earlier in the season with the next gen car, you could not push the pusher.
Oh,
if
no.
you push the pusher, you were going to wreck.
That was a deadly sin. That was a deadly sin, yeah.
And now with the new draft package and stuff we have now, it was the complete opposite. So I think it took some guys some time to figure it out who didn't do a bunch of practice or races during the week, right?
I mean, I tried, but Tom forgot to tell me to load my setup.
Yeah, you forgot in the 1A Open to load your race set. My bad. I take responsibility. I told you, I take the responsibility for it. So. Yeah. Oops.
But the draft package I think was pretty good. It was on spot.
And honestly, because you remember in the spring, right? The top line and middle lines were dominant. If you were on the bottom, you were SOL. But now both all 3 lanes, 4 lanes at times, are all pretty equal if you have guys pushing the pusher. That's what it comes down to now, is you got to work together and push. And I think NASCAR and iRacing did a pretty good job of getting everything pretty equal as far as,
you know, and I love that about this sim. I mean, I can remember, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, bottom lane, bottom line, bottom line, bottom line. I mean, you always. And then they did an update, and then it was, flip a coin which line was going to be the best. I mean, every lap. And then it became middle to the top was always dominant, and you always knew that. And now they shook it up again, and it's like, I mean, you don't know. I mean, by making it a 3-car like that, Who would have thought? I mean, because it's been drilled into everybody's, for so long. You don't run three cars like that.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, you do not push the pusher. And then, I mean, just to see it out there and how it worked and how it would just dominate. I mean, that was just so crazy.
Yeah, and it was. It get different packages, but that's what keeps us on point and keeps us honest out there as race car drivers in the sim world, right?
Yep, 100%.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Man, I guarantee you that was a lot of fun. I can't wait for next season where I get to be in the race myself. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Oop.
Definitely, it's gonna be a blast to have you out there every week. That's for sure.
Oh, absolutely. There we go.
Yep.
My thing kind of messed up there for a minute. Oh, let me put this back to something like, I don't know. Sorry, I'm working on my background stuff real quick. It kind of went black there for a minute. I'm like, oh, that's right, because it ends because we have this thing recorded. I forgot, but I will put it on that right there. And that. Okay, cool.
But
nice.
Yeah, it was definitely a fun race. And, again, shout out to everybody who came out and raced.
Yeah.
Kudos to all the guys, the new guys that came in and raced the points guys with respect. I mean, couldn't ask for a better group of guys to come out and run Talladega. Honestly, it was a blast.
And saying that though, and saying that to all the rest of you drivers out there, we're starting the new seasons coming up next year. If you want to get into this thing, look us up. We're going to be doing different races and stuff through the winter time and getting everything rallied up for the 2026 season. So if you are interested, look up Front Row Esports Iracing on Facebook. Send us a message. Tom will respond. We'll get you locked up and lined up. Get over to this family. Come over here, have some fun, man. Seriously, we'll get you out there, get you put on a good
brotherhood,
show. Yes,
for sure.
It is. Yes, it is. 100%, man. One cool family around here. But and of course, got to give you a quick shout out to our sponsors: Moza Racing, Trek Racer, W Energy Drink, Raptor Race Graphics. We have Outlier Speed Company, and of course, all brought to you by the Stars Starlink. Thank you so much for the awesome picture, and of course, thank you so much, Tom and Ronnie, for coming over here and helping me out and getting us a little show in this evening.
And real quick, just got to get in. Hopefully next Friday we have a good turnout, and we'll be back live for Martinsville. Again, it will be a shorter race due to the lower car counts we've had. The past couple races, it's only 125 laps at Martinsville, which will go really quick. And then, so again, we have a good car count. John will be back up in the booth. If we don't, he'll be back in the race car.
Maybe. Well, I'm not going to fall for that one again because I'm going to make sure we have a not going to fall for that one. I'm going to make sure we have a broadcast ready to rock. And again, I want to go live with it. We're going to get ourselves some downshifting and some tight racing over there at Martinsville. It's the OG of all OG tracks. And again, we have some trophies and stuff to get out here in a little bit. As you see right here, we have been hard at work. Jinx is still working over here. You'll see him back. Actually, I'll take a walk over so we got a moment. This is Jinx. This big old thing, this is a big old fan right here that keeps this thing nice and cool so I can make it print really quick. You'll see all the filaments down below me right here, all the different colors I get to mess with and play with. But right now, it is printing another trophy similar to this one. So we got a lot of these things being printed and more of these guys to be printed, and we're just going to keep printing forever. But yeah, that's what we're trying to offer here to our drivers, a show of showmanship. Is what it is, all right? To make sure that they see what their hard efforts and work has been throughout the entirety of this year and this season, and what it is accumulated in the combination of two. So,
and also I gotta throw a quick plug in. I do believe you are joining us for this, Tron, for Saturday morning. We get to go back to Le Mans for 24 hours.
Yes,
and we are going to be live on the Facebook.
That's right.
On the YouTube. So
we do road
tune into that as well. Yep.
But all in all, folks, let's go and get you on out of here. It's been a minute, so we'll try to keep this thing short-ish. But I hope everyone had a great time. Thank you again so much for tuning in. Hit that like and subscribe. Really do appreciate all the support. You want to hit them notices as well. We don't go live very much, and when we do go live here, it's going to be for some special events. And so I'm horrible at updating. You just kind of want that thing to go live. Trust me. But thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Tom, Ronnie, thanks again, my man. And we're going to go and get out of here. All right, till next week. Keep going in the right direction. We'll see you soon.